Hi folks, my name is Jonny Mitchell and I work up here in Brook Park. I work for Derry and Strabane Council, and what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to fill a hanging basket. Everybody's been asking questions, how do you fill the best hanging basket going? So first of all, the baskets, there's lots of different types. There's like wire mesh baskets, there's steel baskets, there's lots of different types of liners as well. If you don't want to go and spend the money on a liner, cut a circle out of your compost bag, put the black facing out, fill it full of compost, does the exact same job. Okay, we'll set that in the ground. I laugh because everybody starts filling their baskets and they're rolling around the table and they can't figure out what to do. It's very simple. Old pot or container, set it on the table, set your basket on top. So you've got your stability, okay. Next thing, very important, your compost. That's the most important thing. Container and hanging basket compost. It's got slow release fertilizer, water retaining gel. What else has it? More flowers, blah blah blah. But the main thing, water retaining gel and fertilizer. This here is a peat free compost, so it's really good and made of coy, so slightly lighter, good for the environment and holds more water as well. It's like plants, good quality plants are really important. Do not sort of be mingy in your plants. These here are 𝗵𝗴𝗶𝗴𝗶, deep pink. We've got blue vein and we have got deep purple, okay. And then what I do is I use filler plants. This is 𝗯𝘀𝗸𝗲𝗄, which is yellow flower, absolutely stunning. 𝗯𝘀𝗸𝗲𝗄𝗏, this here will trail 8 feet. So if your basket's 8 feet high, come the end of September, that is going to hit the ground. Absolutely brilliant. We've got verbena, trailing verbena, beautiful colour. And then you always want something tall in the middle. So we've got a lovely light geranium. Get tongue-tied. And this is 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗶 at the bottom because I'm greedy. I like a basket absolutely stuffed, okay. So that's our plants, that's our compost. So we get the basket back. Most important thing is the size of the basket, okay. You can get 12 inch, 14 inch, 16 inch. Don't get no basket lower than 14 inches, okay. You've got 11 plants here. You're going to cram them into a small space with good quality compost, but every wee bit counts. So 14 inch basket for me is ideal. So what I do first is I get the compost and third fill up the basket like so, and I'm going to put the 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗶 around the bottom now. All these here plants trail, but I want a mass of colour, as you'll see in the end. So I laugh, okay, people get the 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗶 out and they start pulling off these roots and they can't figure out how to get this through this hole. Top, and I'll give you this for free, okay. Get your compost bag, cut a wee small square. This is all recorded in the one go, by the way. So wrap it up like that. Find your hole, push it through, and look, you perfect 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗶 out the side of your plant and the flowers don't get damaged. So we'll go again. So Anne can fill them, she's doing a great job. Roll it up like a cigarette. And it's very important where you put your 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗶, because I put it where the chains are, because you put your main plants overlooking. Because the problem is with the trailing petunias or any of these trailing plants, you don't want a chain coming up cutting it. So that's why I put the 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗶, because it trails down, so it doesn't do the plant any damage. Go again. Rolled up. You see this here too, if you've got children, grandchildren, get them involved. They love all this here. And the good thing is, over the summer then they can see the basket grow and all the flowers, and encourages them to get into the garden. You can also fill like strawberries and things like that into the basket. We're doing flowers here. So roughly that's a third each, the whole way around. We'll do then more compost. Now if I was at home, or if I was doing this for the first time, I would place my plants. So the trailing petunias are going to go thirds, like so. People say, oh, there's far too many plants in that basket. No, there's not. The more the merrier. So, to be honest, I don't do this because I know where everything's going. But you look. Amazing already. So we're going to plant these now. So just set them back where you want them to go, so there's no confusion. So set them around the basket like so. And what I do is I get roughly the level of the pot, because there's no point in putting in the compost and then pulling it back out, because that's just ridiculous. So roughly all the pots are at a level with the side of the basket. The only one slightly deeper is the geranium, because it's a slightly bigger pot. So roughly make a hole, set my geranium in, and then I know it's roughly level. The problem is with a basket, you don't want it mounded. So when you go to water it, the water's going to run off and down the sides of the basket, whereas you want the water to go into the basket, so therefore you have to keep the basket flush. So we'll start over here. Mixture of colours, pinks, yellows, purples, blue veins, everything. So we'll put that one there to start. And we'll work our way around. I'll put in all the petunias first. Very therapeutic. Good to relax after a day's work. Then when you come home, another half sees us to get a big dinner, so it's all good. So we don't want to confuse the colours too much. So there's two purples here. So I'm going to put a pink around this side. The zinnia. And sometimes the plants come with a wee bit of weed. Take that out because the problem is your whole basket will fill with weeds in. Stick that in there. This is my favourite plant, the 𝗯𝘀𝗶𝗹𝗯. Absolutely stunning. So set that right now. Very gentle. This is a slow, monotonous job. But don't worry, just push the compost as you go around and around the plants. Just keep turning the basket, whatever direction you want. Just take your time, because you don't want to damage none of the wee plants. Go again. And trust me, within 2 to 3 weeks, all your neighbours will be coming, where did we get that basket from? And you'll be sitting there laughing, thinking, I've done that myself. Put more compost. And remember, you don't want the basket mounded like that. You want it flush so the water can lie on it and not run off. Very important. Keep putting in the compost just as you move around. And there's only slight holes between the plants if you do it right. And everybody goes, is them 11 plants really going to survive in that basket? Well, they are, because first of all, you slow release fertilizer in the compost, and then I would every couple of days water the basket. You don't want it to dry out. So if it's really warm every day, every second day, depending where it is, if it's under an eave in the house or under a roof. So water it, and what I do then is once a week, half a capful of tomato food in the watering can, watered. And honestly, that's will be room down here. So what I'll do first, give it all tidy up as you can see. Grab all the labels. The business out the bottom. And from all angles now, that there looks fantastic. Last top. You see where my basket's hanging? Once a week turn the basket. Because the problem is, one side's going to be in the shade, the other side's going to be in the sun. So if this side's in the sun, this is going to look massive. And all this here is just going to be a bit pathetic looking, to be honest. So once a week, turn your basket. So don't be putting it up super high that you can't get at it. And there you go. One hanging basket filled very quickly, as best we can. And thank you very much, and we'll chat again. Bye.